Well, hello and welcome to today's App Academy. It is November the 5th, 2025. And this App Academy is sponsored and brought to you by Avalara, Use, and AvidXchange. My name is Gary Dehart. I am the host of this App Academy and the publisher of Insightful Accountant. We have three speakers today. Basically, it's Mike Trebo, who's here on the line with us right now. Trebo on the line with us right now from Avalara. He's going to be talking about streamlining tax compliance with Avalara for QuickBooks. Following him will be Chandler Watts from AvidXchange. He'll be talking smarter payables for QuickBooks, basically how do you streamline your accounts payable. And then following that is Gary Bailey from Use, and he'll be talking about modernizing AP workflows and how Use extends the power of QuickBooks. And then we're going to bring on our next speaker, which is Chandler Watts of AvidXchange. Chandler is going to talk about, again, smarter payables for QuickBooks, streamline your accounts payable.
Can everybody see this beautiful deck?
I got it. I
All
see a
right,
copy of it. Yeah.
right on. Good deal. So my name is Chandler Watts. I am a senior partner alliance manager here at AvidXchange. Been here for 3 years, but been around the ecosystem for 10. So, very familiar with folks like, Avalara and Use, and obviously everybody around the, entire ERP ecosystem. So, a little bit about AvidXchange. We are the leading B2B payment network in the domestic middle market. So a couple important things there. Domestic payments only here. Only payments inside the United States. You would not believe how many people will still ask me, what about Mexico or Canada? We just do payments inside the US. We do have a focus on the middle market. So usually that threshold can be a revenue of, around 10 to $20 million. Now, we've been doing this for 25 years. We launched in 2000. We currently have over 8,500 customers and 1,600 employees. Almost a third of the employees that we have actually live in our supplier support network. We are headquartered in Charlotte, and then we've got little over 1.4 million suppliers that are enrolled in the AvidPay network today. So those are folks that are getting paid by AvidXchange today. They aren't eligible, they haven't signed up. Those are folks that have actually gotten paid. So what we typically see finance professionals, what do they need help with? What have they shared with us? They want to help. They need help simplifying their AP process. They want a solution that's going to be able to help scale their business inside the realm of AP. They also want greater visibility into how their AP process might be performing, as well as better control over their process. So this is typically what, on the left, what the process looks like prior to automation. So you're going to get your invoice, you're going to have to open an email, you're going to have to route it, code it, approve it, then enter it into the ERP, select that invoice, send a check out, follow up with it, reconcile with your bank, file it, then research if there's anything you can do to make this quicker. Now, that breadcrumb trail becomes a whole lot smaller when you automate with Avid. So the invoice, email, and routing part is going to be completely automated. Now, the coding will be customizable. Now, once that's completed, then it will go straight to your approval process. So once it's approved, you select the payments that you want to be made, and then the payment process begins. So there's no ERP entry because we have that API integration. We cut the checks for you. We follow up with the vendor if they have not cashed that check. We reconcile with the bank. Auditors love us, and then we have ongoing research to find out how we can make this process even more efficient. Now, this is typically, what it looks like from the true end-to-end view of AP. So on the invoice side, we are going to capture that. There's a couple ways that you can submit the invoice. The customer will have their own AvidXchange email address that they will be able to send invoices to. They will also have a physical address, a PO box, where they can send those physical invoices to if they need it. And then there will also be a digital upload option if something is super urgent and they need to go in and upload an invoice right away. So again, we handle the ingestion, capture, and verification of the invoices. We have 2- and 3-way PO match capability. Our auto coding technology and line item capture is something that is absolutely huge we find through the sales process. And then the workflows and approvals are 100% customizable. Now, moving on to the pay side. Again, about a third of our company is in that supplier services team. All suppliers will have access to a portal, and then any electronic payment is going to be eligible for a rebate. Now, there are 4 different ways that we can pay these suppliers. One option is going to be a virtual credit card. We have a partnership with MasterCard, so all virtual credit cards will come out in MasterCard form. The enhanced ACH option is what we call AvidPay Direct. So it's like a standard ACH, but with a tad more security and remittance information around it. And then moving on, a classic standard ACH and then a check. So again, if the vendor gets to choose their preferred payment method, if they don't choose anything, the default payment method will be a check. And we do pay from a clearing account, so those checks will actually be on AvidXchange's paper for another level of security. And then, as just touching on our supplier services team, we actually handle the onboarding and maintenance of the relationship with your vendor moving forward. Now, we still want you to be able to have, your personal relationship with their vendor as it may be today. But as far as the issues with payment, where's my payment? How can I find that payment? We handle that relationship. So on top of the technology that we use in this invoice digestion, the OCR and all the AI technology, we actually have a team of human indexers that will go in after the AI and OCR technologies have been applied, make sure a 5 is an S, an I is in a 1, and that results in a 99.7% accuracy rating. So this is what our AvidPay network looks like today. Again, we've got our customers are our buyers, and then our suppliers are the folks that we're going to be paying. So again, 8,500 customers today, almost 80 million transactions processed last year, and all those transactions are going out to 1.4 million suppliers, and those totaled about $242 billion going through the AvidPay network. So it is two-sided. We have multiple methods of payment that the vendor gets to choose, and this is all driven by data that lives in your ERP. That's all I got. Fairly short and sweet today.
All right, we do have a couple of questions in here. Renee asked
Okay.
if documentation/bill is emailed to AvidXchange, is an image of that document also sent to QuickBooks?
Yes, there will be a copy of not only the invoice but the check as well.
Okay, and then are the fees paid by payer or the payee?
So that will depend on the payment method that they select. So if the vendor selects a virtual credit card, there will be a small fee. And then same with the kind of enhanced ACH. There's a small fee around those that the vendor would pay.
Okay, then is there anything? Are there any monthly ongoing fees, or what does that look like for the user?
Yes, so there is a monthly portal fee, and then there's a one-time implementation fee. And lastly, it's all transaction based. So we only charge for transactions that are completed as well.
Okay, and then you integrate QBO, any other integrations?
That QBO and QBD, I believe. So
Okay, okay, great. Anything else that you wanted to touch on that you might have missed?
no,
All right.
that I think we're all set. I appreciate it.
Are you an accounting or tax professional who wants to stay ahead without spending a dime? Join thousands who trust insightful accountant and tax practice news to keep them informed and empowered. Get expert updates on QuickBooks, Xero, tax planning strategies, and workflow tips delivered straight to your inbox. Whether you're a solo bookkeeper, firm leader, or tax advisor, these newsletters are your shortcut to what's next in the profession. They're free, practical, and built for people like you. Visit insightfulaccountant.com and hit subscribe to start your smarter workflow today for free.